Morning. Today we are going to discuss lecture number 5, serial communication device net, control net, and Ethernet RS-232, which comes under module number 1, Introduction to Advanced PLC and SCADA. When you come to the communication part, this is the first module: router, DCE, transmission medium. We can say it will be a telecom switch, and again modem. There are two modems are there for receiving in and sending in, and computer terminal DTE. The DTE means data terminal equipment. DCE means data circuit term equipment. Data circuit equipment. DTE means data terminal equipment. Okay, so this DTE will be the input and output side we are connecting from router as well as to the computer, and between to transfer the data we are having the DCE. In both, in between, a mobile communication or cloud, we can connect it. Okay, in terms of real time, we are having the interface cable. We can connect it. Either you can connect it to the modem as well as to the computer. Okay, so in this part, the main device which we are using, that device net. A device net is a network protocol which is used in automation industry to interconnect control devices for data exchange, which utilize the common industrial protocol over a controller area network, media layer, and device and application layer to cover a range of device profiles. The typical applications which includes an information exchange, safety devices, a large input-output control networks. Generally, this device net was developed by an American company, Allen Bradley, which now owned by Rockwell Automation. It is an application layer protocol on the top of controller area network, that is nothing but CAN technology, which is developed by Bosch. This device net, which adapts a technology from a common industrial protocol and take an advantage of CAN, which it makes a low cost and robust compared to a traditional RS-435 based protocols. This is a communication device. You see, there are 9 pins, okay, in both DTE devices, both input side and output side. Computer to computer we are connecting to it. So the first term we call it as the CD. The CD called as carrier detection. Carrier detection. RT called it as receive data. Okay, carrier detection means a signal is sent to the data set that is going to be transmitted to the data, and this is received data. This received data is nothing but this data set which receives an initial signal via receiving data line RxD. And third one is TD. TD stands for transmit data, which transmit a signal from the data set and confirmation that there is a connection between data terminal and data set. And this is DTR. This DTR stands for data terminal ready. Okay, data terminal ready, which transfer the data to data set ready. And ground, GND, we can say it will be a signal ground or common signal ground, SG. Okay, and next one is this ground will be connected to ground terminal, and DSR stands for data set ready. This data set ready which receive the data from a data terminal ready from pin number 4. And RTS stands for request to set. This RTS, which is a positive voltage you have to set, which indicates a request to send RTS can be performed, which means that a data set is able to send an information to the data terminal without interface. And next one is clear to send. Clear to send, after connection has to be established between a data terminal, okay, data terminal and a distant model, okay, distant model. A clear to send CSTS signal ensures that data terminal recognize that a communication can be performed. A ninth one will be a ring indicator. Ring indicator will be activated if a modem that operates as a data. Okay, a modem that operates as a data set detects low frequency. Okay, a modem which operates a data set which detects low frequency when occurs. Okay, then data terminal is alerted. But RI will not stop to flow the serial data between devices. So this is the RS-232 cable. Here there are 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there are 9 pins which we have fixed. This is the board which will be connected to the computer. This R232 is one of the most widely used technique to interface external equipment with the computer. Okay, and this RS-232, which is a serial communication standard, which is developed by Electronic Industry Association and Telecommunication Industry Association, that is TIA and EIA. This EIA stands for Electronic Industry Association. TIA stands for Telecommunication Industry Association. This RS-232 defines a signal between DTA and DSC. This DC stands for Data Communication Equipment. DTA stands for Data Terminal Equipment. Okay, this is the RS-232 communication protocol. These are the pins that I already explained. One is data carrier detect, receive data, transmit data, data terminal. This 1, 2, 3 stands for pin numbers. Pin numbers, data set ready, request to send, clear to send, ring indicator. This indicator which will be activated if the modem will operate the data set detects low frequency. Okay. When this occurs, a data terminal will be alerted, but the RI will not stop the flow of serial data. The pins which we are setting there, it will be 9 pins are there. Each pin is having the direction. The CD carrier detect which gives incoming signal from DC. RD means incoming data from DC. DD is the outgoing data to DC. DTR stands for outgoing handshaking signal. Ground is a common reference signal. DSR means incoming handshaking signal. RTS means outgoing flow control signal. CTS means incoming flow control signal. RI in ring indicator, which means incoming signal from DT, DC. Okay. Here, out of which 9, a signal ground which having pin number 5 is a common reference voltage. Okay, plus or minus 12 volt. And this RI is a ring indicator which will be giving incoming signal from the DCA. When this RI will be alert, when the data will be having low frequency, at that time this in the ring indicator will be alert. Okay. There are advantages are there. This RS-232 using serial communication, where one bit of data is sent at a time along a single line. This is contrast to parallel communication, where multiple data are sent at a time using multiple data lines. The advantage of this serial communication over parallel communication is that a number of wires required to make a full duplex data transmission, which will be very less. Okay, 2 wires are sufficient without considering electrical lines. The disadvantage is that the main drawback of RS-232 standard is that the data rate and length of the cable is high. The cost wise it is high, and this RS-232, which supports a maximum baud rate of 19,200 bps and the maximum length of the cable is 20 meters. Okay, so this is a pin diagram of RS-485 and RS-422 cable. Here this RxT plus and RxT minus, which is used for receiving the data. TXT plus and TXT minus will be used for transmitting the data. CTS plus and CTS minus as well as RTS plus and RTS minus using handshaking control signals. Okay. So this is the characteristics performance of comparison between RS-232 and RS-485. When come to the line configuration, this RS-232 is having single-ended line, but RS-485 is having differential line. Mode of operation is that single or full duplex. Here also simplex or off duplex. The maximum length it is 50 feet, it is 4000 feet. Maximum data rate it is 20 kilobytes, that is 10 megabits. Typical logic levels plus or minus 5 volt to plus or minus 15 volt, but here plus or minus 1.5 to plus or minus 6 volt. The maximum receiver input impedance, that is Zi, it is 3 to 7 kilo ohms, but here it is 12 kilo ohms. The receiver sensitivity it is plus or minus 3 volt, here plus or minus 200 megahertz.